yogis, Samantha here. This is Balancing Act. I'm doing a really quick 5-minute video for you here just to show you some basic stretches that you can be doing every day. A lot of people don't know what kind of stretches they should be doing on a daily basis. Obviously, there's millions to choose from, but just some basic large muscle group stretches that you should be doing daily or at least 5 or 6 times a week. I want to show you those. So what I want to start with is the forward fold. So your legs come out in front of you. You're going to inhale your arms up nice and high and just reach towards your feet here. Now, something to remember in your forward fold is just always to try to keep your chest moving towards your feet, not so much your forehead to your knees like this. Like I don't want you crunched over like this should not be what it looks like. If your forward fold feels challenging and you're getting it all the way down the back of your legs, sort of like in an L shape or even just like standing straight up, be my guest. You can do this. You can also do this with your legs up on the wall and your back on the floor. So as long as you're in this shape, if you're feeling it down the backs of your legs, you're getting a stretch. And if you're doing it with the wall, then you're also getting an inversion. So that's number 1, okay? Number 2, let's get into the groin. So open up your legs into a straddle, and your straddle is going to look different than my straddle, anybody else's straddle, but just get into these inner groin muscles wherever you feel like a nice stretch and start to lean into it. Eventually, somebody might end up in like a pancake split where their whole body is on the front of on the floor, but who cares? You don't need to go for that. I just want you to open up your legs, and if you can, try to think about keeping your feet back rather than your feet rolling forward. It's very easy to go for those extra few inches and lose the integrity of the pose because your feet will go forward. So as wide as you can go with your feet up and stretch and just start to walk forward. If you want to put yoga blocks under here so that you can relax into it for an extended amount of time, or a blanket to raise the floor up, that's a great idea. Once you're here, move to the right and stretch, give it a little extra stretch down the inside of the left, and move to the left and give it that extra stretch down the right. When you're moving to the left and right, you're also going to feel it on your back, the sides of your back. You'll start to feel it in different places, even down the outside of your right arm. And then come up to your center. Stay here and extend your arm over to your side. Now we're going straight laterally over. I don't want you to think about bending this way because we've already done that. So the next one would be to extend your left arm over your head and then to the other side as well. Okay, great. So now that we've done the backs of our legs, the insides of our legs, the sides of our back, and we've also released some tension in our back by just moving forward, we're going to go into our pigeon pose. So to get into the hips, one leg goes back and one leg gets bent in front of you. And this is going to get nice and deep into your hips. And if you're not warmed up, if this is not post-workout, this is going to be really tight. So just don't worry about how deep you go. You're going to feel this in your hip no matter what. What I ask is that you don't sit down onto the hip that your leg is bent. I want you to get on top of it and try to get your hips as even as possible, bringing your back leg hip forward. And just breathe here. Again, yoga blocks or a blanket are great to bring into this pose so that you have more height on the floor. And you can go into your pigeon pose on the other side just by switching your legs here, or you can switch them the other direction. I'm just rolling to the other side, and you're going to do your pigeon on this side to get into those hips. And you're just going to stretch here. Decide how many breaths you're going to go in these stretches, and pick a number that's out of your comfort zone. So you might want to get out of this stretch immediately. So tell yourself you're going to take 3 deep breaths here and just stay until those are over. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is a knee to chest twist. So bringing your legs in and just opening up through the lower back. So easy. This is one of the nice, easy ones, but it is nice to release the tension in the lower back this way. And once you're here, you want to take a spinal twist. So just twist over, We're wringing out the spine a little bit, literally like it's a rag, like twisting it in this way. And you don't want to press too hard, but you can get a little bit extra by using your hands, pressing your knee down, reaching a little bit further with your right arm. And then switch sides always. Of course, do both sides for everything. So you keep that balance in your body. And then the last thing would be a plow pose. So I want you to think about bringing your feet over your head. And when you're in this pose, I don't want my microphone to get messed up here. When you're in this pose, never look to your left or your right, and don't go further than it's comfortable. I don't want you to push yourself in a plow because you can pull a muscle in your neck. But just bringing your feet over your head, first of all, you're in a really nice inversion here. And you're going to be opening up your spine, opening up through the cervical spine in your neck. And you don't have to put your feet to the floor either. Just get your feet over your head and start to move. If you stop here, you stop there. As you do this day after day, you'll get a little bit deeper in it and you'll be able to put your feet over your head. And again, I don't care how good you are at this, don't look left or right. I've made that mistake many times. And then you're going to slowly come out of that. And I think if you do that on a daily basis or several days a week, you're really going to feel a difference, more open in your body. And I hope that helps you. It actually went a little long, 7-minute stretching instruction. See you next time. Bye.